Welcome to this Astro Mindfulness exercise. My name is Sonia. I'd like to invite you to settle comfortably where you're sitting or lying, and if you can, plant your feet firmly on the floor. Try and have your back straight, but not rigid, and your head supported. You may want to gently close your eyes, or just cast your gaze downward. And now just bring your attention gently to your breathing. You don't have to alter your breathing in any way. Just become aware as the breath slowly enters your body. Try and follow its progress as it comes into your body, through your nose or mouth, and travels down into your lungs. And then it returns back out. See if you can notice the sensations at the point where it enters. Is it cold or warm? And then see if you can feel it as it travels through. Does your chest rise and fall? Does your abdomen rise and fall? Do you pause between breaths? Just notice. Now bring your attention down to your feet and feel them on the floor. Just connecting with the ground that's supporting you. Breathe in and breathe out. And if you're looking at the screen, you'll see the full moon and the clouds that pass over it. And maybe a thought enters your mind, because that's what thoughts do. But we'll let it come and go. And if you notice a thought entering your mind, try and treat it like a passing cloud. Just notice that it's there and let it continue on its journey. Let it come and let it go. Let it pass over that moon and go on its way. As you focus on the moon shining her bright light, and you focus on your breathing. And the bright light of the moon in Libra is reflecting back to the sun in Aries. And this full moon is asking us where we find harmony and balance, and most especially in our relationships. This can be our relationships with others, not necessarily romantic relationships, relationships with family, at work, in business, with our siblings, with our friends, with our community, any relationships. But the most important relationship of all is with ourselves. So it's shining a light as the sun reflects that moon. And it's shining a light from Aries, where there's a desire for individuation, where we want to become more conscious of who we are, our individuality. And it's looking back on Libra, where there's a desire for fairness and equality and justice. And this new moon is asking us to release past patterns that no longer work for us, and no longer supporting that need for us to both be our best individual self but at the same time have good relationships with those around us. So maybe we need to dig a little bit deeper. This is a healing moon. The Sun is conjunct Chiron and Jupiter. So there's a big expansion of energy. And we've just been through a lot of astrological weather, a lot of changes that we're still assimilating. And we've got more changes to come in April with an eclipse. And so this is a good time to just pause and release. And this full moon will show you if there's something there from the past that needs to be released. If we're willing to just look at it, and when we're shown, to ask those questions and be aware that that's what's happening. So when you look at your relationship with yourself, you may want to ask yourself some questions. You may have your own questions. You may like to ask, what are you most proud of? And at the same time, where do you criticise yourself? Where are you hard on yourself? And maybe if you were a trusted friend to yourself, would that trusted friend agree? Sometimes we are our worst critic. We say things to ourselves that a friend wouldn't. And we say things to ourselves that we wouldn't say to others. So it is time to be kind to ourselves. To notice what we want to achieve while the Sun's in Aries. And to realise we can do that when we make an honest appraisal of what we can do and what we can do better. And how we can nurture all of the relationships around us to support us in our own growth and to support others in their growth. And also to set healthy boundaries so that we're not serving ourselves and serving others to the detriment of ourselves. Most of all, the full moon in Aries is asking us to look at our inner need for harmony and peace. Are we supporting that with our actions? Are we procrastinating making those healthy changes that are needed? Do we know what's needed to give us that harmony and peace that we crave? So at this time of culmination, there are things that were previously unseen that are being shown. It's a good time to journal. It's a good time to just sit and breathe and let this information wash over you. And maybe allow those thoughts to enter and leave your mind. And just find that what's important will stick. What's important will come up for you. And then you'll know what you need to do as you align with the energy of this Libra full moon. And there's nothing to do now. You can enjoy the light of the full moon as she waxes to her fullness, brings that light and shows us what we need to see. You can breathe deeply and ask what you need to see. But for now, we need to return. And so we just stretch out our arms gently. Wriggle your fingers, stretch them out. Move your legs slowly and stretch and wiggle your toes. You might want to move your shoulders and just open your eyes. Mindfulness exercise helpful. I hope you can align with the energy of the full moon in Libra. If you enjoyed this, I'd be so grateful if you would like or subscribe to the channel. This really helps a small channel to grow and reach more people that it may help. Thank you so much. Bye bye.